to Diobicon. This shows that how important is obesity in the current context. So my topic is again very interesting. We are moving in the era of technologies, and I'm going to speak on digital tools and mobile apps in obesity clinic. No disclosure of interest. I don't have any interest here, but certainly I'll be showing you some slides from a startup where I am one of the co-founders. It is called Y Health. So we know obesity is a major challenge. Currently, we have almost 30% of adult population living with obesity in India, and almost 40% of the population has central obesity. And obesity is possibly the mother of all important diseases of adult life, be it diabetes, hypertension, coronary artery disease, and there are number of cancers which are increased by obesity. So it is very important to look at obesity as a serious issue. It has a big impact on physical health, mental health, socio-economic, component of life, and also spiritual health. So to tackle this, we are, always short of tools that are required to manage obesity in the clinical setting. Now, another important thing is that the knowledge is changing at a very fast pace. If you look at 1950, the medical knowledge doubled in 50 years' time. In 1980, it took only 7 years to double the medical knowledge or medical evidence. In 2010, it took only 3.5 years when the knowledge increased by 2 times. And in today's era, it takes only 0.2 years for doubling of all the knowledge that we have. So this is the pace that has changed over time. And there are a number of technologies that are developing. So shall we say technology or technologies? When we say technology, what do we mean by technology? So what do we mean by technology? Anybody answers that? Is it use of machine? Is it use of knowledge? Is it use of software? So, I was in one of the meetings in BHU long time back, and this is more than 20 years, and the VC of the university was giving his oration. And this was the best language that I am showing you of technology, which is very relevant. He said technology is anything and everything that makes life simpler, faster, and cheaper. If technology makes it simpler, but it is not fast enough, it is no good. If it is expensive, again, you cannot scale it. So it is anything and everything that can make your life simpler, faster, and cheaper. In routine clinical practice, we have moved from the analog scales to digital scales and the body composition analyzers, and I'm sure that you listened to wonderful presentation from Dr. Rai about BCA and its relevance. It is coming up like anything, and it is a very good monitoring tool in clinical practice. But it is not just weight that we are measuring. We are measuring height, and always, correct height measurement is a challenge. So we now have, stadiometers which have sensors. So you don't need to keep adjusting height. The sensor measures the distance from top and gives you a correct height, and also gives you weight, and it gives you calculation waist to height ratio or things like that. Now we have smart scales which are not measuring just weight, they are also measuring your body composition analysis, and they are connected with your phone. So patient can keep monitoring the routine, body weight as well as the body composition and how it is changing with meal or, after meal, or on a day when he is fasting. So patient can monitor a lot of things. Then there is, a precision measurement which is happening, and this gets stored. And based on this, AI can produce algorithms which are helpful in understanding the body composition patterns, its relation to diet and exercise. And you can design or structure the treatment for patient. We have wearable technologies, we have digital trackers which can be combined, integrated into different apps, and this information again can be translated into number of calories burnt or the kind of activity person is doing or needs to be modified. So all these tools are getting integrated into a big ecosphere where information is coming from glucometer, from the weighing scale, from the body composition analysis, and being integrated. And also it integrates your sleep cycle, your other parameters to give you very, very insightful outputs which a physician can utilize to structure or customize or so-called precision, medicine. And that is where all these technologies are very important. Now, another important thing that has come up is the AI. AI is transforming the obesity management in doctors' consulting rooms by offering personalized, data-driven insights to enhance patient care. It can give you enhancement of nutrition assessment. So nutrition apps can help assess dietary habits from patient inputs, guiding the doctor or dietitian to craft the structure the meals. Then this application also provides detailed breakdown of the macro and micronutrients. So we have an app which you simply scan the food plate. It will tell you how much calories, how much carb, how much protein, how much fat. It will also tell you what needs to be modified to improve your diet. Then you have predictive health analysis tools like IBM Watson Clinic. This processes the patient medical records to identify different patterns, gives you advanced algorithms which predict obesity-related risk like diabetes or heart disease, and processes medical records to predict or help treating the conditions that are related to obesity. Then there are AI chatbots which are available to patient round the clock. Now patient wants to talk to doctor. It's not possible that all the time can talk to doctor. But AI chatbot can give you personalized or very specific answers based on AI whenever the patient needs. So patient has a 24/7 support coming from the chatbots. Then there are things like continuous glucose monitoring, which is giving inputs relating to your meal, your fasting, your exercise continuously, and this data can be integrated to give you outputs which are very, very specific. Then there are advanced body composition analysis, which can analyze your subcutaneous fat, visceral fat, organ fat, and so on. And the detailed metrics can help clinicians to target specific health measures, which can be customized to patient requirements. Then there is virtual reality for patient education. You can make the patient experience how your health is going to improve with physical activity. You can see, when you are performing physical activity, what is likely to happen and what will happen at the molecular level or cellular level, how your parameters will change inside the body and how the health improvement will occur. And the patient gets, more insight, more information, and can think of what is good for him and whether to adopt or whether not to adopt things. So there are multiple things which can be integrated, and the data analysis can help produce predictive model for which are specific to patients, can generate patient reminders, which can be voice reminder, which can be a message reminder, and can help optimizing the outcomes of obesity management. So when we look at the AI-based obesity management, there are multiple things that are being done. There are digital twins of the patient which are being created. So you have patient who's you are getting patient data from wearable devices, from genomic data, from the medical record, from social activities, from sleep, from healthcare app, and this gets integrated to produce data integration, and based on that data integration you are able to create a digital twin of the patient, and you can see actually what kind of glucose profiles or the weight change is happening in this patient, and you can predict based on the previous profile how the glucose is going to behave in response to a particular meal or activity, and you can customize the lifestyle recommendation and the food also. Also, you can have digital clone of the physician sitting in the background. So based on the AI based, what AI does, AI pulls all the data from your patient records, merges into a algorithm how you are treating the patient, and based on large data and machine learning, it can tell you what kind of decision is required for this patient, help the patient with nudges, and optimize treatment based on the requirement. This is a digital tool which is cloned on my database, where you can put in 5-6 questions. In 16 minutes, it will give you output that this patient has type 2 diabetes, obesity, hypertension, so on. He is not controlled, what medications you require to add, and you can start the treatment. So this can help a primary care with a specialist support sitting at the periphery. And you can also integrate all kinds of digital biometrics, biovariables, clinical biomarkers, digital twin information into one system and get customized outputs. So doctor can help the patient in providing the most accurate interventions, can predict what is going to happen, improves patient engagement and patient outcomes, and patient can also engage with the specialist in a more meaningful manner. The pharmaceutical industry can utilize data to predict what kind of drug patterns or drug usage patterns are emerging. And then you have number of other digital tools like BT or NFC enabled devices, the biomarkers, the digital health insights. So these all can be integrated to provide hyper-personalized actionables, precision medicine, and so on. And you can actually have a virtual clinic, which is based on wearables, cyborg, which is digital twin of the patient, digital biomarkers, digital analytic tools, precision medicine, all combined to produce very, very meaningful outputs which are specific for patient. And you can use, things like digital biomarkers, glucose monitoring, food vision, like you just scan the food plate. And you can also use something like a facial scan, which gives you outputs in a minute. You can measure pulse, blood pressure, hemoglobin, blood, SpO2, A1C, cholesterol, and things like creatinine are being, tested on this. And based on that, you can produce a recommendation. Not only that, you identify food, you predict that what next meal should be. So all these things are going to change the whole thing. And you can have customized programs like 12-week program for obesity management or diabetes management. And now there is a bill which is being considered to make the AI legalized to give you a prescription also. So with that, I come to end of my presentation. I would also like to invite you all for the AOCO meeting, which is happening on 19 to 21st of December in New Delhi. Thank you so much.